Hello. In this week's Torah portion, Va'era, we learn about some of the plagues that befell Egypt for not allowing the enslaved Israelites to go free. The Nile waters turned to blood, frogs and locusts invaded the country, and so forth. Immanuel Velikovsky was a Russian-born American psychiatrist, Jewish and Zionist. In middle age, he became interested in whether biblical events such as the Exodus from Egypt were due to natural phenomena, not divine intervention. He wondered if the unusual motion of planets, of comets, of stars, etc., caused these biblical events to happen. For example, he concluded that Venus was a comet ejected from Jupiter. It had several close encounters with the Earth, and one of them caused the sun to stand still, as reported in the book of Joshua. In another encounter, its tail sprayed a red pigment on the Nile, causing the plague of blood, and insects that caused the plagues of lice, boils, and locusts. His theories were very well received by the general public. He wrote such huge bestsellers as Worlds in Collision in 1950, Ages in Chaos, 1952, Earth in Upheaval, 1955, etc. All of them were savaged by all mainline scientists. Let's not discuss his theories here. Rather, let us ask, does it matter whether biblical stories are historically accurate? If aliens from outer space had filmed these events and gave us the video evidence, and it proved the Torah descriptions wrong, would it affect Judaism? Would it affect you? Well, for scientists, it does matter whether the stories are correct or not. But for Judaism and Jewish teachings, no. The question Jews would ask is, even if the stories are just parables, what teachings can we extract from them? That's what really counts. Here are some examples of this line of thinking from the Talmuds. Why did God create man on the last day? So that he can be told, when pride fills his heart, God created the insects before you. Why did God start humanity by creating only one man? So that no one should be able to tell his neighbor, my ancestors were better than your ancestors. So that people would know that he who destroys one life is as if he had destroyed an entire world, and he who saves one life is as if he had saved an entire world. Unquote. So whether one believes the story of creation to be true or not, it still teaches us humility. It teaches us that no one should be held back because of his ancestry, and it teaches us the supreme value of a human life. Maimonides believed that the Torah is not intended to be history or science, but ethical teachings. In his Guide to the Perplexed, he writes, quote, those passages in the Bible which in their literal sense contain statements that can be refuted by proof can and must be interpreted otherwise. Unquote. Should biblical stories be viewed as just packaging for the ethical teachings? To be continued. Shabbat Shalom.